So here we are then, and this is down in the holding area for the first of our MX2 action on track. And of course we've got two championships in play here, Jeff. We've got our main MX2 championship, but also the Jude Morris Foundation Under-21 championship as well.
Yes, which is a cool initiative, obviously, to bring the Under-21 championship back. Just give that little bit of impetus to those riders that have maybe come into the MX2 class, won't necessarily be fighting for the victory. Gives them that kind of championship to race for. But of course, you've got the likes of Billy Askew that's going to be eligible for that championship, along with riders like Charlie Heyman, Ben Mustoe, Ollie Colmer, all those riders we mentioned earlier. So, like we said, we'll guide you through who's in the Under-21 championship. In fact, you've got the results there, Phil, after round one.
I'm reliably informed that Bobby Bruce is still Under-21 as well. So as the overall winner...
Maybe he didn't register for it.
Well, we don't know. I did hear that whisper in the paddock yesterday that he is an Under-21 rider. So we'll say, if he is, he is. And then obviously he took victory in the main championship race anyway, so he's not going to not be leading that. He took victory from Tommy Searle with Billy Askew. That was your main podium for the main class, and then the Under-21s will have been Bobby Bruce, Billy Askew and Charlie Heyman. So really only Tommy Searle, Ben Mustoe and Ollie Colmer getting in the way of a clean sweep through there for the older guys, for the younger guys. But be interesting to see how it goes today for this one. Tommy Searle in there looking ready to go as always.
I'm sure most of you watching this will be acutely aware, but if you're new to our wonderful sport, if you're wondering why there's a red number plate there on Bobby Bruce's bike, number 79, that indicates the championship leader if you're new to our game. So that obviously might change throughout the year, and somebody else might be rocking the red plate. As long as you've got it at the last race, after the last race of the final championship round, you can turn it into gold.
Yeah, so we've got our riders starting to come to the line. Two groups of qualification, and it was the Group 2 fastest time that will come to the line first, and that is Oriol Oliver on the SS24 Gabriel KTM.
Who was racing yesterday in Spain, the Spanish championship. So, he is a new addition. There he is, number 51, obviously signed up to the Gabriel SS24 team, SS being Sean Simpson, 24 being his race number. Obviously, Sean, former British champion, GP winner, doing great things now with KTM, with their basically sort of youth, developing riders coming through that system. So it's great to have Oriol racing signed up for the rest of the championship.
Yes,
fantastic.
He's signed up. There's the 60 of Brad Anderson.
Look at that bike.
I saw Steve Clitheroe in the paddock and I thought, well, Lando's going to be with him on something.
250 Yamaha
Callum Mitchell on the Triumph there. The 45 of Jake Nicholls on the Crendon Honda. And the 456 of Ollie Colmer coming to the line then also on the Chambers KTM. Callum Mitchell on the Triumph. Liam Garland there on the SRS KTM. He's in there as well. So from our LCQ, I'll just go through. We have the four riders through from the LCQ were Jonathan Roderick Evans, Caleb Meara making his second British Championship start. He came through. Ezra Blackwell and Grantus Leving Venus. So they were your four that came through to give us a full grid of MX2. And they're going to be battling out for overall honours. There's the 163 of Ben Mustoe.
Just before we gate drop this one, remember, if you're liking what you're seeing, we want to keep developing British Motocross and particularly the live stream. Obviously, that comes with a level of investment. The more of you that like what we're doing, the more chance we got of doing that. So remember to click that like and subscribe button so we can show our potential advertisers and our current ones what we're doing. Let's grow this thing. Do your bit for British Motocross. Simple as that.
Indeed, yeah. And these our next step up, the MX2 from our RFX 125 Championship, Jude Morris Racing Foundation Under-21 Championship as well. And as we look down at the gate, the guys have all been there brushing their grates to make sure that they get the leap. And it looks like the 79, our championship leader on the Dixon Kawasaki, Bobby Bruce, has gone down the inside, Jeff.
I really wish technology moves at such a rate. I want somebody to generate an app where you can feel the tension in your own body, because right now you've got the screen, but you can't quite feel what's going on down there. It's just an amazing buzz at this point.
It is. And we're looking like we're getting ready to go. We look then from the side of the gate. Here we go then. 15-second board is up. Away they go. Let's see who's going to take
Callum Mitchell
shot
on the gate, stranded on the gate.
Looks like Doensen got him. It's going to be Tommy Searle that takes the whole shot. Fowler in the middle. Jake Nicholls is
Nicholls
caught
down.
up.
Clark down. Stephen Clark making a return to British Motocross. Tyler Hooley down. Gavin Stevenson on the outside. Oh, carnage in the first corner.
But Tommy Searle then it is that's taken the whole shot then on the Dirt Store Triumph. The people bringing you this live stream. It's Doensen there in second. Bobby Bruce third. Looks like, and then it's Glenn McCormick with Mustoe. As the rest of the field stream through, this is where it all gets a little bit fractious. Yellow flag down the bottom, look like there's a few tipped off. But Tommy Searle then, the veteran, he's the one that managed to get himself out in front.
Let's not forget as well, as much as this is Bobby Bruce's home track, as it were, it's also Tommy Searle's. He now lives in the Midlands, of course, but bred in Kent and the surrounding area, Royal Tunbridge Wells.
Yes, he is.
Many a youth race round Canada Heights, so he knows his way around here, no doubt.
So Searle then down into the layout loop for the first time. With Doensen there in second, a good start for him for the first time in this championship. He's been fighting his way from the back pretty much for the two races that we've had so far. But is Tommy going to be the man that takes our Planet Moto first lap leader award? There's Doensen, Bobby Bruce there in third. And then it's McCormick.
Good start from McCormick. Yeah.
Another one of the Chambers KTM guys.
And Tommy opting to keep the momentum on that, so that just goes to show. Long way round, but you definitely carry the speed up the hill and down the hill by slingshotting the big bowl turn.
Does he think he's got something for the youngsters today? Still supremely fit, Tommy Searle. He's still taking this seriously, although he's openly admits he doesn't want the grief that comes with having to stay fit for a 450, but he is going to take our Planet Moto first lap leader award for this first of our MX2 races. Doensen, Bruce.
Listen, Tommy has been around the block. He knows how to play the game. He plays it down a little bit like it could be his last year race and all that. Don't be fooled by that. He wants to go out on a high and he wants to win this championship.
So can we see on the live timing, where was Oriol Oliver across the line on that first lap, Jeff?
If you're hearing some bangs and thuds, that's where our little TV booth here is getting peppered with the dirt and stones flying off the side of the track. So that's not me and Phil keeling over and fainting or anything like that. That's just the noise of the bikes go by.
So Doensen then on the SS24 KTM, he's there in second, but it'd be interesting to know, where is Oriol Oliver? Was he one of the riders that got tangled up off the start?
He was crossed the line in sixth on the opening lap.
So he's in with a shout then?
Yeah, not too bad.
He will never have seen this Canada Heights circuit before, so obviously there is that, and he will have had limited practice this morning. And let's not forget, Jeff, he actually went out and he won a race in Spain yesterday, so he flew in late last night and arrived at the circuit. And he's never seen the place, so we will see what the replacement rider for Maxi Werner on the SS24 team, Gabriel team, can do. But Tommy then through the RFX waves triples in, as does Doensen. Bobby Bruce then not letting these two guys get away at the front either.
No, Tommy's, and I can see the tactic here of Searle, because he knows maybe towards the end of the moto, with his age and all that, is still supremely fit, like you said, but age is a factor. And he knows that towards the end of the race, these guys might be laying on some heat. So he's trying to sprint, get away now to give him something to play with towards the end of this race. A brilliant opening two laps for Rafe Broadley, local rider on a fantastic two-stroke.
A lot of two-strokes out there in this one. A lot of two-strokes out there.
He's currently in seventh.
But also this will be a good confidence boost then, not only for Gyan Doensen, but also for Bobby Bruce, simply because these guys have had such a difficult time through the early part of the season. But looking then at the K-Tech tower, it's Searle from Doensen, from Bobby Bruce, with Mustoe, McCormick. Askew then in sixth. He was the man who took a race win, so the second of the Dirt Store Triumphs, he's there in sixth. Broadly seventh. Ando, Brad Anderson, the super veteran, he's there in eighth with Ollie Colmer.
Look at Ando, it's unbelievable, isn't it? We've still got some of those, I'd say, vet riders out there.
Coming, has he just made a pass?
No,
he's still coming under pressure from Ollie Colmer.
He made a mistake and Colmer ran into the back of him. That wasn't a deliberate brake check by Brad, if people are wondering that. Colmer dives up the inside. But we've also got, who else out there? Ned Bradshaw is another rider out there.
He's
fourth,
He's currently just outside the top 20 on also on a 250 Yamaha. But Searle then out the front at the moment. There's Broadley. And that pass on Anderson is, as he starts to drop back, he's going to be falling into the clutches then of the 456, of the 48 of Adam Collins.
Just want to give name check as well. In 10th there, I think was, where is it? Yeah, Adam Collins. Good to see Adam back riding. He's actually gone away to become an airline pilot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, Rafe.
A big moment there from Broadley.
Yeah, so you might end up, Adam might end up flying you transatlantic. He's certainly stepping back into motocross with good effect in the top 10.
Broadley getting that 250 Fantic over the belt step up. This is Colmer, and again, he's had some decent rides on the run up to this second round of the Motul ACU British Championship on that Chambers KTM. But Searle then leads currently by 1.3 seconds from Doensen, with Bobby Bruce there in third. Mustoe still there in fourth. Askew has now passed Glenn McCormack, so McCormack dropped a couple of places as we pick up the rattle for the lead down the hill. There's Bobby Bruce then going outside to the dry line, Jeff.
Yeah, and getting more momentum as he comes in. That's the better, more favourable line right now. Just keeping an eye on Gyan Doensen has just set the quickest lap of the race, that last lap around.
He's visibly closer to Tommy Searle as they get into the trees. And all of a sudden it's down to 3 or 4 bike lengths as they come back.
Also keeping an eye there on Billy Askew. Not the quickest lap of the race, but I'm just seeing if he can make any inroads into the top 3. First he's got to get past Mustoe, and that's no mean feat.
Mustoe is riding very well at the minute, Jeff, so that's going to be a bit of an ask for him just to blow by him. But this is Doensen showing the form that we expected of him at Hawkston. He's got a start and he's there and he's in touch with our race leader on the Dirt Store Triumph, Tommy Searle. We've still got Bobby Bruce there on the DRT Kawasaki, there or thereabouts, and then, like you said, it's about 4 or 5 second gap back to Ben Mustoe on the AC United Gas.
Regard to the Jude Morris Under-21 Championship, that would be Mustoe currently picking up the most points for that.
Assuming that Bobby Bruce is not...
yeah, we're still not sure about that.
We'll get the lowdown on that. But Doensen then looking very much at home. And like I say, after the long swing that they've had, mudders, these guys who've been travelling there, doing the EMX series, it'll be nice to have a nice track to ride on. And we'll have to say the Sid Cup Club then absolutely knocked it out of the park. No dust here. It was boiling hot yesterday, Jeff.
Yeah, it really was.
But today, cloud cover helping keep the moisture in the track. And these two just starting to gap Bobby Bruce a little bit.
Yeah, Bobby there in third on the bike at Kawasaki. He's going to have to try and hold on to the coattails a little bit here. He doesn't want that gap to open up a bit more over the next 2 laps, because it'll be hard to get it back.
There's Mustoe then, so the 163, and he looks like he's got Billy Askew for company as they come down the hill. They're not that far adrift, you know. A good few laps then from either of these guys. Could see them on the back of our battle for first, second and third. But Mustoe, he's a dogged little rider, he really does.
Yeah, does a bit of a terra firma can there, doesn't he? Like, nearly got off the side of it, just about kept it in check, and Billy Askew would have seen that, so he's going to start really applying pressure. Yeah. This could actually shape up to be a 5-way battle. I don't think they're, like you said, they're not too far behind.
Has Doensen got what it takes? I think he needs to try and put a quick pass on Tommy Searle, but he can't put a quick pass on a guy that he can't get to. And all the while that we just had it confirmed that Bobby is definitely in the under-21, so thank you for that. So here they go, tripling in. That was a nicer run for Doensen through there. And like I say, Bobby Bruce on the DRT Kawasaki, he's close enough. Tommy just hangs a little bit on that inside line. We saw...
Changed his line, though.
Yeah, he did,
He was railing at early doors.
Going wide. Is he going to get a run at him? They whip across each other there.
Tom got a long look behind him as if to say, yeah, I know you're there, pal. I've been in this position before. Give me your best shot.
So is Doensen going to try and run it down the inside into this props turn, or big kick there from the back of the SS4 Gabriel KTM? But he's going to roll around the outside. Oh, Tommy showed him the outside of the track there.
Yeah, as I said, all that experience, he's going to force the issue down there, not quite. As we all know, anybody who follows British motocross, Tommy never quite could get that world title clinch, but 4 times runner-up. But he knows how to ride.
But you look at the guys that he finished second to, and every one of those guys was a generational talent. As was Tommy for our era. Yeah. For us, he was the guy, and he's still getting. He's holding sway. Doensen's dropped off about 10 bike lengths, so he's not right under pressure. Bobby Bruce still there in third.
This is the thing. I can't believe at this point Tommy knows this track so well. He knows this competition so well. Already we've seen him swap from going outside lines to inside. And that's just racecraft. He knows, look, if you're going to go by me, you have to go the long way around me. But it always puts you in that position. If they start to come around the outside of you, at least you can ride out there and block past them. You can't do that if you leave the door wide open.
No, just watching as they came into the layout loop there, Doensen's hugging the inside in the right-hander at the bottom, whereas Tommy's just taking the outside line. And I'm thinking if Doensen can be on him down that hill, that's a pass opportunity. Because they are looking few and far between at the minute as they come back up the hill into this Apico bolt turn at the top of the hill. And again, Tommy just hanging a little bit as Doensen keeps a nice smooth line. And that's he's pulling a few bike lengths back there every time, but Tommy's just able to stretch it out.
Well, all these people that have come out and spectated today, thanks to them, I know they can't hear us at the minute, but they might go back and watch it. They're getting their money's worth already. We're only the second moto in. £25 to come in and spectate a British Championship round. You're getting your money's worth.
Yeah, it's a good crowd though. We're rolling in from 8 o'clock this morning, Jeff, and seen some fantastic racing. And to see the local man at the front, the local veteran nonetheless, we were all expecting that, hoping that it would be Bobby Bruce. Well, I just want the bloke in second to pass the bloke at the front. We just want to see good racing. But for the crowd here to have 2 local favourites at the front of the circuit, as we see yellow flags waving at the top of the hill there, we'll try and catch who that may be. But Askew then, he's managed to find his way past Ben Mustoe then, Jeff, while we've been watching the on-screen action. And then Colmer up to 6th, McCormick down to 6th, Ando still 8th, Broadley 9th, and Charlie Heyman up to 10th.
I went a bit Frankie Howard on those people old enough to remember him, but it did look like Bobby Bruce is starting to just maybe starting to get a bit of a flow here and close back the gap. For a little while I thought he was going to get dropped, but it doesn't look like it now. It looks like he's found a bit. Yeah, he's definitely getting closer.
It's coming, isn't it? So this is where Tommy's just running wide. You see going down the inside there? I don't think it's a pass, but if he can get level with him down the hill, it's an opportunity.
Okay, so, red flag. If you're wondering why Tommy's just parked it up, we have a red flag incident on track. There we are. We're not going to speculate. We don't know the rider. We don't know where it is on track. So bear with us. It could be a case that we maybe go to some commercials very quickly while we sort this out. Let's have a look. Time elapsed. 13:05 when the red flag come out.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
That is borderline halfway, and that's just over halfway.
We'll have to see what our clerk of the course and our race director decide for this one. But if we can, we'll take a break. We'll go and see some ads, and we will come back and let you know exactly what the score is as soon as we know.
I'm still a kid, but I'm tougher than you think.
Let me fail, let me fall, and learn to get back up.
Let me find my own line, let me go full throttle.
Never tell me what I can't do, and let me win.
Never hold me back.
Let me try.
Let me try.
Never underestimate me. It's the ride of my life.
Okay, welcome back then to Canada Heights here for round 2 of the Motul British ACU Motocross Championship. When you were with us earlier on, you saw that we had a red flag incident there on out on track, and that has been declared a race result. So we will throw down to Jeff in the winner's circle, who hopefully will have a very happy Tommy Searle.
On here, debriefing with team manager Danny Mechanic. Tommy, a result you wanted, maybe not the way you wanted to win it. Obviously, nobody likes to see a red flag incident. But you fended off the challenge. The wily old dog, we saw you swap up your line, start taking all the insides. You were acutely aware that he was behind you, weren't you?
Yeah, no, I was enjoying it. I really was. It's obviously my local race, so to get a whole shot and be leading, I was waving first lap and that. I don't know how many more times I'm going to be out there leading a race at Canada Heights. So I was making the most of it, but with how the track is, you have to be very smooth. And also I felt a little bit of arm pump coming early on, so I was like, just calm it all down, and they reeled me in a bit, but I felt like I had it under control. Obviously they're a little bit, got that little bit more dog in them, I suppose, so it would have been a tough race, but it ended quite early for an unfortunate incident, so I wish everyone well there, but to get a win is always nice.
Yeah, good stuff. We saw you, like, it seemed to us like, with all your age, all your experience, we're like, okay, you're getting the hammer down early. It looked like you want to try and at least give you a little bit of a gap to work with. Because like you say, no spring chicken anymore, and you know these guys come strong at the end of the race.
Yeah, no, I did get quite a good gap. But then I almost eased off because I felt a little bit of arm pump. So then I slowed up and I tried to just switch my line to make it more, roll my corners a little bit more to make it a little bit less intense. So that was my goal. Obviously, it got cut short, but to get the win, like I said, good day.
Well, good luck with the second moto. You're in the driving seat now. So there's Tommy taking the first moto win. Can we just move out of the way? Thank you. Let's get in Gyan Doensen here. Gyan, you obviously, no worries, man, on the SS24 Gabriel machine. You pushed hard down. I mean, nobody wants a race to come to a conclusion like that with a red flag. It was shaping up to be a great race. It didn't happen for you, but you got to be happy with the fact that you were applying pressure to Tommy there.
Yeah, first of all, I hope the rider or the marshal, I don't know what it is okay. No, I was riding really good, actually. I think if the moto would finish completely, I could have won it. But No, I had a good speed. I was behind Tommy on Moto, and just so hard to pass. But I knew some places where we could pass, and then the red flag came. So I was feeling really good, and I don't know if we get a restart or not, but I'll be ready for the second Moto. Of course, one thing that we've highlighted in commentary, this is your first year doing the full British Championship. You're going to a lot of these tracks for the first time, so you've never seen it. It's a tough track, Canada Heights, in many ways. It's like the top half is kind of hard. It's a bit softer down the bottom. And like you say, do you thrive on having to learn the tracks and be a little bit at a disadvantage? Do you use that as momentum? No, I've been here to this track actually in 2021. I rode the British Championship, and they changed it, of course. But no, straight away when I hit the track this morning, I felt really, really good, and I took pole position in my group, just a few tenths behind my teammate, unfortunately. No, but no, in the moto was riding good again, and as you say, I haven't been to most of the tracks, so it will be a new adventure for me, let's say. So no, I try to learn as much as possible and be ready for the upcoming years.
I've got to say, on behalf of British fans, it's great to have you racing the British Championship. It really is. You're a wonderful addition to it. So good luck, second moto. Hope it all goes well for a bit. Obviously, you're still on for the overall. You now know you've got to go out there and win that next one.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries. Okay, so Gyan's going to move out. Let's get in. Bobby, come on in. Having a debrief with team manager Steve Dixon. Bike's already gone back. Obviously, nobody likes to see a race finish that way, but it was just like, it looked to us in commentary, they got away a little bit, but then you were starting to find your rhythm. You were just starting to close back on them. So probably a degree of frustration that red flag come out more for you than the other two riders ahead of you, I should imagine.
Yeah, it was really annoying, to be honest. I started, my mentality now for races, I want to build into it, right? I don't want to go out really fast and end up crashing and stuff like that has happened. But yeah, I was building nicely into that one then, and unfortunately it was red flag, but what can you do? I'll take third. Yeah, hopefully we can get it done in the next one. Yeah,
of course, and it's a long road, right? Like you said, you've seen it before in youth racing or whatever. We're only at round 2 of a championship, home track, so you and I both know if you can just keep nailing those podiums, you're always going to have a chance.
Yeah, 100%. If you can be on the box every weekend, you're going to be there or thereabouts. You can lose it at the second round, but you definitely can't win it. So, yeah, just keep chugging on. I felt pretty good then. Track's really good, to be honest. It's starting to carve up nice now, so should be a good race.
Having a little debrief there with management. Can you talk what that was about? Are you just talking about the bike or just what went down?
Yeah, just how I feel, how the bike was, and what you said is we started building into that race then, and you said pretty much the same as what you did. So, yeah, it was good.
All right, well, look, go and get yourself ready. Good luck in the second moto. So there we have it. That's the first MX2 race recorded in the bag. It didn't quite go the distance, but obviously the ACU ruling is if we get past halfway, it is deemed as a result. I think we were about 1 minute, 40 seconds past halfway. So that result stands.
Fine.